just moving towards that there was no interference. And Mike Pence, the response. A new yeshiva in New York City, Yeshiva Hadar, which is an egalitarian yeshiva which caters to the LGBTQ family, ordains women rabbis, ordained his first rabbis yesterday, I believe, including a couple that were women rabbis. My personal view on the matter is that if it's a rabbi, if she's going to be a rabbi of a shul, where it's going to be controlled by a board, she's really, rabbis are not really in control of the shuls. The board really is in control. So what the Talmud says is not allowed by women to have positions of authority over other people. If there's a board, I don't think they have that much authority. As long as they're adequately knowledgeable in the halachos, I think it should be okay. In terms of inclusivity of LGBTQ community, I think as long as they're going to be there anyway, they're not pushing them to do things which are forbidden according to the Torah. I think there's no problem with it. The mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, has instituted a new program in elementary schools and high schools in New York City. It's called mindful breathing, 2 to 5 minutes, to help them work on their breathing just in case of another pandemic. A lot of people have called him out for this thing and saying it's unnecessary. What's more important is the fact that a lot of kids don't come to school. My personal opinion about the matter is I think it's kind of a waste of time. I mean, hopefully another pandemic won't come. Usually pandemics come every 100 years. I think the greater issue that to relieve anxiety among students is to cut out some of the testing. I don't think it's necessary for second or third or fourth or even eighth graders to have so many tests all the time. There's other ways of evaluating knowledge. Usually the kids who do well in school don't always end up doing the best in life. In fact, the C and D students are the ones that open and run the companies. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves is having an amazing season. He's batting .336. 21 home runs, 40 stolen bases. I think that number is noteworthy, 40 stolen bases. We haven't seen such a large number before the All-Star break ever, actually. To have 20 plus homers and 40 plus steals has never been done before the All-Star break. I think with the introducing of the pitch clock, basically runners on the bases know they'll be able to run at certain times because the pitcher can't throw over to first base. I think that's really helped stolen bases, which is a really exciting part of baseball. I'm happy that it's actually back and that players like Ronald Acuna Jr. are taking advantage of it. Tesla's earnings show that they smashed whatever projections people had about them in terms of delivery. They delivered 466,000 units over the last quarter, which is 4% more than Wall Street had predicted. Still, some investors apparently on Wall Street are concerned about Tesla, about demand and about inventory. They keep on building up new factories. I don't think that'll be a problem in demand. I heard from Joe Rogan, a podcast where Elon Musk convinced him to buy a Tesla. He bought a Tesla. He said there's never any car quite like it. He never imagined it would be so good. I think most Tesla owners would agree with that assessment. In fact, they didn't even have to advertise Tesla. The only reason they started advertising a little bit, I think, is to calm the fears of investors. But really, they don't even need advertising. It sells by itself. So I think Tesla is one of the best companies and definitely one of the best stocks moving forward. Everyone remembers Zoom from the pandemic. Most people associate the pandemic with Zoom. Zoom stock boomed during the pandemic. At its peak in 2020, Zoom had 40 million, I believe, daily users. Since then, the number has gone to 36 million. I think the reason that people have lost interest in Zoom is because there were so many glitches with Zoom. Everyone remembers trying to contact people, anytime it would shut down, the connection wouldn't be good. Nowadays, there's so many different types of apps and ways to connect with people face to face. So I think in the back of people's mind, those glitches still remain prominent, and therefore I think people are switching to other apps instead of Zoom.